Hello, everyone. Welcome to day 3 of our reading together. Today I have a new cover for you. I promised I'd show you a new cover of the book each time we get together, and so today it's Norway. And they did a really cool job, a really cool perspective on it. And I think that's one of the things I love about these different covers is to see the way that each designer's genius corresponds and connects with the story and then manifests itself in the way that the cover is designed. So very cool for the Norwegian cover. We are on chapter 4. I wanted to share with you that I am wearing my super comfy shirt today, and kind of an interesting experience. I love this shirt. It is falling to pieces. The lettering is falling off of it, but it is just super, super comfy when I wear it. And in light of all the craziness that is going on in the world, I was thinking to myself how sometimes in life, many times in life, it's actually the small things that bring us so much joy. Something as simple as wearing a super comfy shirt. I got this shirt on an adventure day with my daughter. She picked it out for me. It was $2.50 because there was something wrong with the stitching on it. But it is ridiculously comfy. And I love it because it reminds me of how something so simple can make me happy. Both the memory of getting it with my daughter on our adventure day, and also just because it's ridiculously comfortable, even though it's still falling apart. So again, in the midst of all the craziness, nice to know that simple things are often what make us happy. All right, so we're moving on to chapter 4. We ended our time together last time with John just entering the cafe and trying to figure out what this place is all about, and he's going to discover a little more of that in chapter 4. So here we go. Inside, the cafe had the feel of an old diner. Chrome-colored soda fountain stools with red cushioned tops were lined up under a long, thin white counter. Under the front windows were a row of red booths with a table between each section. Every table had a glass container of sugar, a small pitcher of what I assumed was milk for coffee, and matching salt and pepper shakers. An old cash register sat on a stand near the door, and next to it was a wooden coat rack. The cafe felt comfortable. It was the kind of place where you could sit and talk for a long time with friends. Unfortunately, I hadn't brought any of those with me. A waitress stopped talking to a couple in one of the far booths. She smiled at me and said, "Open seating, park it where you want it." I did my best to calm the still simmering frustrations that had built up over the last 4 hours, and attempted to smile back. Then I chose a booth near the door. As I slid onto the red vinyl seat, I noticed how new it looked. I looked around and was surprised at how new everything looked. The owner must be anticipating some huge urban growth, I thought. To build a new cafe out here in the middle of nowhere? "Hi there," interrupted my deep thoughts on inexpensive real estate prices and housing development opportunities. It was the waitress. "My name's Casey. How are you?" "Hi, Casey. I'm John. I'm a little lost." "Yes, you are, John," she replied with a mischievous smile. From the way she said it, I couldn't tell if she was affirming that I was John or that I was lost. "Why are you here, John?" she asked. "Well, I was going along and ran into some problems. When I tried to work my way around them, I ended up getting pretty lost. In the process, I just about ran out of gas and almost starved to death." Casey smiled, her same mischievous smile, as I finished my diatribe of frustration. "I'll tell you what," she said. "I'm sure we can help you avoid the starvation problem. As far as the rest is concerned, we'll just have to see." She took a menu from the holder by the front door and handed it to me. I wasn't sure if it was the light or my fatigue from driving so long, but I could have sworn the letters on the front of the menu dissolved and reappeared as she handed it to me. I must be really tired, I thought, as I set the menu down on the table. Casey pulled a small order pad out of her pocket. "Why don't I get you something to drink while you look at the menu?" she said. I ordered a glass of water with lemon, and she left to get it for me. This day was shaping up to be much more than I'd bargained for. First, a multi-hour drive through the middle of nothing, then a cafe on the edge of nowhere, and now a waitress with a mischievous smile. I picked up the menu from the table and read the front cover. Welcome to the Why Are You Here Cafe was on the top half of the page. Underneath, in small black letters, it said, prior to ordering, please consult with our waitstaff about what your time here could mean. I hope it means I'll be getting something good to eat, I thought to myself as I flipped open the front cover. Inside the menu were the usual assortment of cafe foods. Breakfast items were listed on the left near the top. Sandwiches were on the bottom left. Appetizers and salads were on the upper right, and entrees were below that. The surprise came when I turned the menu over. On the back cover, under the heading Items to Ponder While You Wait, were 3 questions. Why are you here? Do you fear death? Are you fulfilled? Not exactly like a glance through the sports pages, I thought to myself. I was about to reread the 3 questions when Casey came back with my water. Finding everything all right? She asked. I turned the menu over to the front and pointed to the name of the cafe. What does it mean? Oh, everyone seems to have their own interpretation of that, she replied. As a matter of fact, most of us here just call it the Y Cafe for short. Now, what can I get for you? I wasn't ready to order. As a matter of fact, I was a little tempted to reach for my jacket and leave. There was definitely something different about this place, and I wasn't convinced it was different in a good sort of way. Sorry, Casey, I'm going to need a little bit longer. That's all right, she replied. You take your time and I'll come see how you're doing in a few minutes. And John, she said with a smile, don't worry, you're in good hands here. All right, everybody, that's our time together today. Be well, be safe, be healthy, and I'll see you tomorrow.